Hi, I'm Rob. Welcome to the LinkedIn Fitness Plan. Today I'm going to show you how to make the best first impression with your LinkedIn profile. Whether you've met someone before or whether you're going to meet them online on LinkedIn, then your LinkedIn profile is often one of the first things they're going to see about you on there. So what I'm going to do now is just flip my screen over and just bring up my profile so you can start to see some of the ways that you can use the LinkedIn profile to create that great first impression. So the three key elements that we're going to look at as part of the fitness plan for today is your headline, your photo, and the summary section on your profile. There's many other sections within your LinkedIn profile, but in the time we've got available in the fitness plan, those three are the most important. Why? Well, whatever you do on LinkedIn, whether you're adding people to your network, whether you're posting content, or whether you're adding comments, those three bits of information, your headline, your photo, obviously, and your name, will appear against whatever you do. So they're kind of like your name badge. The other element that we're going to look at is your summary section, because when someone clicks on your profile, that's the first bit they're going to read after your headline. So let's dive straight in. So here's my profile. You can see I've obviously got my photo, my name, and my headline on there. So from the headline, we'll start off with that first of all. You can see that I've described what it is I do, that I'm a copywriter, I'm a freelance copywriter. Some people refer to it as being a content writer, so I've used that term as well. Essentially, these are the words and the phrases that I would use if I met somebody face to face and they said, "What is it you do, Rob?" And that's the best approach to take in using your headline. Trying to be a little bit clever or trying to describe how you help people becomes quite tricky because you've not got a lot of space there, and even the space that you can write your headline in will actually get cut off. It will get truncated in other places on LinkedIn. So make sure that the most important words in your profile that describe what it is you do are right there at the front of your headline. The other thing that, just to point out, that the photo, so I've got just a sort of a headshot really for myself there. The idea of that is that anybody that's met me in real life or anybody that I meet on potentially another website, on another social media platform, is going to recognize me, and they're going to know that I'm the same person. That's really the main goal of your photo. So use a clear head and shoulders photo for your profile. What we'll do now is just scroll down to what's sometimes called the About section or the summary section within your LinkedIn profile. This is really your chance to be able to pitch yourself to the reader of your profile. If you've ever been to a networking meeting and you've had to stand up and do a 40-second pitch or a 60-second pitch, then you'll get the idea about what the right approach to take is with your About section, because this is not the place to actually try and describe a 30-year career history or to list every training course you've ever been on. The idea of this section is to give a short description, not only of what you do, but how you help people and who you help as well. So the way that I've done that within my profile is to start off with a question, asking people, do you want the right words for your marketing? And hopefully most people would say yes to that, so they carry on reading. And then I describe, what it is that I offer. What's the solution that I offer to people I work with, which is crisp and compelling content to grow your business. And then on that first line, just including my email address as well, so that if someone doesn't read any further, they've got a snapshot about me. They know how I can help them, they know what I offer, and they know how to get in contact with me. But to go further on into the profile, some of the other things that I talk about are the type of work that I do, whether it be case studies, website content, blog posts. And I also then talk about or include an example of a testimonial from one of the clients that I worked with. And then towards the bottom, at the very end of the profile, is I finish up with a call to action. So asking people to email me or to call me for a free 20-minute chat to see how I can help them. Because at the end of the day, it's great that someone reads your profile, but actually what you're ultimately wanting them to do. What you're ultimately wanting to do is to move on from LinkedIn, move on either to build your relationship with them, your networking relationship, or to build your business relationship with them. So that's why it's always important to include a call to action at the end of your profile. So that's the way that I've done it in terms of my profile. What I'm going to do now is to show you a couple of my colleagues' profiles, so you can see how they've done it, and potentially to get some other ideas that you can use when you're writing your profile. So the first one I'm going to show you is a colleague of mine called Adrian Wales. And Adrian is a business coach and a trainer and a speaker as well. So you can instantly see from when you look at Adrian's profile, you can see very clearly what it is that he does from his headline. And one of the things I like about Adrian's profile is that, as well as saying what he does here very succinctly, he also describes the benefit of the work that he delivers. So he describes that he creates leaders in business. And that makes him unique as well. So obviously there's lots of business coaches out there. So one of the challenges with your headline is, yes, you want to be clear about what you do, but if you have a particular niche, or you have a particular angle as to how you approach your business and how you approach the work you do, then your headline can be a place to include that as well, so that it helps makes you memorable. And we'll see how Adrian uses that a little bit further on in his profile as well. From a photo point of view, you can see that Adrian's got a really clear head and shoulders photo of himself here. So if you went to a meeting, or you were in the audience for a talk that Adrian was speaking at, you would instantly be able to recognize him from his photo. Right, just scrolling down now to Adrian's about section. So you'll see that Adrian's also used sort of a question, but in a different way as the opening to his summary. He's talking about, you know, what work should be like, what it should be like to actually be working in business, and really getting the reader to think about that, and to think, you know, why it doesn't feel like that to them. And then what he does is he moves into talking about, you know, some of the challenges of being able to, you know, when you're running a business, what the challenges feel like. And the next paragraph, Adrian goes on to talk about not only his own experience as to what he's done over 25 years in terms of building and leading teams, but what he does now in terms of being able to use that experience to be able to create leaders in business. So you saw that earlier on, how creating leaders in business was part of Adrian's headline, but he's got that thread running through his summary section as well. So again, there's a very consistent message that Adrian's got here in terms of what he does and the benefit of his work. The next part of Adrian's profile talks about who it is that he works with. So there's two main sort of client groups that he's called out here: business owners, entrepreneurs, but also senior leaders in other organizations. So these are two particular groups, two particular niches that Adrian's targeting. And if you're in one of those groups and you're reading Adrian's profile, then, you know, the idea is it would actually help you recognize that, yeah, you know, Adrian understands you, he knows some of the challenges you're going through, but more importantly, he's got some tools, some techniques, and some ways to be able to actually help you through that. Moving on to the bottom part of the profile, and again, you can see that what Adrian's done here is to combine not only his own experience and being able to empathize with people that are running businesses or running organizations, but also be able to relate that into what he does now in terms of training people and supporting them. And then finishing up with a call to action. So, you know, clear statement around getting in touch and providing his email address as well, so that people can actually carry on the conversation and take the relationship forward, you know, whether they're already in Adrian's network, whether they've maybe just met him, or they've discovered him through LinkedIn itself. So that's the second example. The third example I'm going to show you now is from another colleague of mine. Oops, let me just bring up third example, which is a colleague of mine, Alan Tish. Now, Alan's a video producer, video marketing professional. So you can see in Alan's profile what he's done here. He's really clearly called that out within his headline, and he's been able to explain some of the specialisms, some of the specialist areas that he works with as well. And the beauty of the words that Alan's used here is that anyone searching for a video producer or video marketing professional will be able to, Alan's profile will be one of those that's easy to identify because he's used those words in his profile. If he'd been a little bit more obscure about what it was he did, then people might not recognize the benefits and the expertise that he can help them with. The other thing here from Alan's profile, from Alan's photo rather, is he's got a really clear, smart, professional photo of himself. So not only is he recognizable, but also you get an impression of the professional approach that he brings to his work and to his business. So just scroll down now to have a look at the About section in Alan's profile. So you can see that he also starts off with a sort of a question here, basically trying to identify with people that are looking for help with video to grow their business, and then moves on to describing how he helps people with professional videos, but also bringing in mentions of his expertise and why he's got that expertise based on his experience working with BBC, ITV and Sky. The rest of Alan's profile talks about some of the benefits from the videos he creates, but also some of the services that he offers and some of the products he offers as well, from social media videos through to video content marketing, and then components of the videos as well, the script writing, the filming, the editing, etc. And then finishing up Alan's profile is a couple of testimonials from some of his clients. Now, I won't go through the whole of Alan's profile here, but if you were to scroll down on Alan's profile, you'd see that he's got a recommendation section in LinkedIn. But the problem with the recommendation section is it's a really useful thing to complete and to fill in, but it's right at the bottom of your profile. So that's why, as Alan's done here, including a couple of client testimonials in the summary section means that you're actually going to be able to share the value of those testimonials with people that have only just read your summary. So that's a good thing to include here, some client testimonials as well. And then Alan finishes up with his call to action. So providing his contact details and inviting people to get in contact with him for a quote for video marketing. So those are a few examples of how to write your profile, how to create a good summary section, a clear headline, and take an image, a photo that's going to mean that you're recognizable and people understand who you are. So that brings me to the end of the first video in the LinkedIn fitness plan. If you haven't done so already, have a read through of the rest of the email for today, pick up some more tips about how to create a great first impression with your LinkedIn profile. I'll see you tomorrow on tomorrow's video. Thanks.